Okay, it's immediately leaking out the top. Before anyone says, look at the Haynes manual, I can't be bothered. Didn't think I'd be stumped by the retaining clip, if I'm honest. I think it's worked. Hello and welcome back to another sunny day on the Sentimental Car Club. And I'm back with the Escort, which seems to be everyone's favourite because whenever we're away from it, everyone asks when we're next working on it. Well, the answer is sort of today, but we just still don't have much to do on it. Obviously, we're waiting for the metering head to come back. That should be soon. That should be very soon now when we get that back. But until then, there isn't really much that we can do on it. Obviously, the last couple of weeks we've been working on the cooling system, and last week I said I probably wouldn't show you any more of the cooling system, but I'm going to show you more of the cooling system. Basically, what's happened is we obviously didn't have the right part for the thermostat. I think I have the right part after buying like 3 or 4 versions of it now. Also, when the video went out last week where we flushed everything through, a few people said that we needed to flush through the heater matrix as well. So I'm going to do that. Plus, when I spoke to my dad about where we'd flushed through all of the cooling system at this front end, he said what we should have done was blocked one of the hoses so that the water could build up inside and flush through all of it, because all we've done is let the water run through the bottom. So possibly not the most exciting video, but I always think that seeing dirty stuff come out of a car is quite interesting and cleaning it up. Plus, we might actually be able to close the system up and hopefully put some fluid in it. I don't have any cooling fluid with me right now, but Amazon should be delivering some today. So hopefully at the end of the video, we'll have a complete system with cooling fluid and it won't be falling out the bottom of the car. Fingers crossed. And it is myself today. George is at work. He is somewhere in mid-Wales filming some stuff to do with crime and murder. So, you know, joyful for some people, I'm sure. Yeah, so here we go. As you can see, I have already prepped the engine bay. I have covered all the bits up again with some plastic car seat covers. Put the hose in. We have the thermostat housing. This time I covered all the little holes with the rubber gloves and Jubilee clips. There was actually another hole, I'll show you a bit later, that I didn't know about. So when I cleared it all through, I thought there were basically 2 holes that go in, but there's a third one with a ball bearing. And someone had said, oh, you'll probably need some the new housing because it looks like the ball bearing has disintegrated. And I didn't even know about it. So I looked online, and yes, we do need one with a ball bearing. So I came back, got the thermostat housing, brought it home, gave it another big wash, discovered this other bit with a ball bearing inside. So I think it's fine. As much as my knowledge goes, there is a bit of metal in there and it moves around. So until the system moves, I guess, or unless one of you guys tells me that I'm wrong, then we have to go with it. So I've blocked up all those holes. I've blocked up the end where the liquid is going to be coming out with a rubber glove and a Jubilee clip as well. So I'm going to pour a load of water in until maybe it comes back up in the funnel, and then we'll let it go free and see if we get a lot more gunk coming out. Fun times. Okay, this was hard enough with 2 people last time, spilling it everywhere, so I don't know how we're going to do this time. Okay. Oh my God, okay. Okay, it's immediately leaking out the top. Oh, only a little bit actually. No, I think we're fine. But is it leaking down here? So some leaked out of here, so I might have to just tighten that. And then down here, this doesn't look like it's leaking. Right. A bit more water then. It is leaking from the bottom a little bit. Not tons. but I can definitely hear it dripping. Oh, it's coming out the back. That makes sense because I've undone the hose to the heater matrix. So it's now going up. I think it must be almost full. Yeah, okay, let's say that's full. Leaking from all of these bits. They're leaking from this hose here. That's where that goes to the heater matrix. It's coming out a bit there. And then I can hear it tapping underneath where I've got the bucket. Oh gosh, okay, it's coming out everywhere. But it's very yellow. Which is what we want. Right, shall we unplug it and see what happens, I guess? Okay, so it's gonna go all over me. Oh. Oh. Ooh, it's quite satisfying though. That is a beautiful orange colour. Is that just rust? Nice. Should we do it again? Yeah, let's do one for good luck. All right, more fresh water in. Right, that'll do. Let's open it up and see what comes out. Ready. Oh yeah, that looks clean already. There we go. It's getting there. I feel like that's got to be enough. It's not that there's lumps coming out now. It's just, I don't know, rusty water? Is that rust or is it old coolant coming out that's orange? I'm guessing it's more rust. Let's try the heater matrix. I spoke to my dad just before this to double check where the heater matrix is. I just want to confirm the heater matrix that I am going to rinse out here. Yeah. So that should be the heater matrix. So I believe it's this hose down here that runs off into the bulkhead here, and then another one comes out just below it and heads off this way, which then comes round to connect into the thermostat housing itself. So it's this long hose that comes from all the way back there. So I'm going to try doing it both ways. I'm going to fill up from the front and let it drain out the back, then do it vice versa. Oh, sounds like it's coming out straight away. It sounds good. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's brown. Ooh. That's got a lot of grit in there as well. So we'll throw that away and do another one. That was a good call that we should flush out the heater matrix too. Have a look. Oh, that's clear already. Okay, great. This is immensely better. Far from perfect, but I think let's flush it the other way now and call it a day. Let's get some tape on that. A lot more water on the floor than has ended up in the bucket. Okay, let's give this one a go then. Right, that's my setup. Hose down here, funnel, and then we're going to come out somewhere under here, in theory. Right, we're ready, everyone? I don't want to hold that. Okay. I did that, absolutely missed the bucket. Straight there. Let's try again. Sounds like it's going in the bucket this time. Yes. And it looks fairly clear from here. I guess that's done. Let's see what came out. Ugh. Okay, it looks a bit orange, but it was clear at the end. I could see it coming out, so I think that's pretty good. There's been no major lumps or anything, and there's bits of grit, but again, not loads and loads. So I think that's probably good. I don't think there's any problems there. The water's coming through. It's running clear by the end. We're pretty clear on the other bit. So I think I'm going to reconnect all the hoses back up, and then we can put the new thermostat in. Hoses are all back in position. So we've got this one connected back up to the radiator in here. These are all connected up to expansion tank. And then the heater matrix is back connected on here. So I think the system is pretty much ready apart from this end where I need to put the new thermostat in. So let's head over and look at that. Right, so this is the thermostat housing, which we cleaned up very well last time. It looks really good. And then the bit that someone said about was a hole with ball bearing in, which was actually in here. So this was completely blocked last time because I don't think we realized it was a hole. But if you look inside, you can see there is a tiny bit of metal. And I believe that that's okay. It moves around. Let me just see if I can find a screwdriver or something to demonstrate this. It's obviously not the camera for this, but if I poke it in, there, I don't think you can see this, but basically it's like on a stick, there's like a little ball, and it does move around freely when I try and move it. Yeah, you can just about see it shining. Just there. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay for housing. Comment below if you think this is wrong. I think the rest of it's okay. This hole is clear. This hole is clear. Electrical connection looks clean. And then, yeah, the main hole clean. Are we all in agreement? I hope so, because we're going to move on to the next stage, which is putting the new thermostat in. This is the mangled one that we took out. Yeah, I mean, even if we hadn't mangled it, taking it out, it looks like it probably wouldn't work very well covered in all that dirt. So if you were with us last time, you'll know that I bought this one, and not the same, even though it says, I think it was GSF, this will fit your car. It does not fit our car. So then, I'd also bought at the same time the bits to fit around it. So there's like the rubber ring, there's the metal clip that holds it in, and the gasket, which I think is correct. So I managed to get the correct fitments around it, just not the right thermostat itself. So then I tried again. Again, this was GSF. I think I might have tried GSF. Did I do GSF every time? I know at least twice. Again, wrong one. Still said it was for our car. That it's different from the other one as well. One was Febby and one is first line, the all make specialist. Didn't make it for our car. And so finally, this one, I think this is also GSF. I don't think I did go anywhere else. And this time, this is again, is this the first? No, who's this one? BG Automotive is the maker of this one. And third time lucky, because it looks the same. It's got the same sort of tiny little ridges on there. It's about the same, well, it is the same diameter. This top bit looks the same. Coil looks the same. Underneath looks the same. As far as I'm concerned, this is the same. And then, I don't know if this is annoyingly or not, but it actually, with this one, came with the gasket, a load of rubber rings, and the metal bit as well. So we've doubled up. So if I go extremely wrong and somehow manage to mangle all of those parts, we have 2 chances here. But there's different size ones, so I guess this is for the different types of cars that this thermostat fits. And that is that one. She says confidently, yes, it is. That fits there. And the bit that I don't think we pointed out last time, or we didn't know about last time, was the rubber ring. Because, again, it didn't come out with a rubber ring because it had disintegrated in there. So I just kind of picked out some like last remaining tiny bits of rubber in there. So we shall make sure that we put this all back together. So I'm going to try and just put it all together in place here and see if it all fits. I might try, which one do I want to try? This one's only got one of each type, so at least I know it's the right size. But no, maybe we should go with the one that comes with it. Okay, so rubber ring. Just pop it in there. I'm assuming I don't put anything else in there. We're not using instant gasket again. We learnt the hard way with all your comments last time when George used some instant gasket. Does that just slide in there? So there is a ridge in there. I mean, we'll just go for it. Okay. It kind of fits. Kind of. Problem is, it's been 2 weeks since I took this apart, and I don't exactly remember how it came out. We were mangling it from this end. Must have been. So, assumption number 2 is that this goes in next, and it's going to go that way. That looks like a pretty decent fit, so I'm going to think that's right. Before anyone says, look at the Haynes manual, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to figure out this. Where's the fun in using the Haynes manual and getting frustrated with it? Right, the next bit is going to be the metal bit. Now, this bit I'm not quite sure actually which way round. How did that fit in there? Oh, I'm going to have to use the Haynes manual one, aren't I, really? Okay. Well, that's no fun, is it? 2 seconds after saying I don't want to use the Haynes manual. Is it going to be helpful? I think it actually might be helpful. I think it might tell me, because I think my dad said that it mentioned this clip. Okay, thermostat, CVH, engine 96. I thought it was going to be really obvious and have a little groove where it's meant to go in. Okay. Extract the retaining spring clip. Arrowed. It has got an image of it. Let me just study it to see if I can figure out which way round this is. Okay, so it's in this orientation. Which end is the open bit of the clip? That bit's not open. I guess it just goes into that groove. just gonna put it in any orientation. Bear with me a moment, everyone. Didn't think I'd be stumped by the retaining clip, if I'm honest. The retaining clip's a bit of an asshole. Let's go on the floor. Let me try the other one. Maybe this one will be kinder to me. Okay. It didn't feel like it was right, but I don't really know what else I can do. It's popping up when I get it in. Okay. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. It looks better on camera than I think it looks in real life. It's sort of in the ridges, but then there's like a crossover bit here. That's the only way I can make it fit, is if the crossover bit went in that hole. But, I mean, it's in. And I guess that is the entire function of it. Okay. Let's get the gasket and refit it to the vehicle. Why do I think I saw something about using... Oh. So I said that everyone told us off for using instant gasket before. But I think that there is a good reason to use this. Just a couple of tiny dots on here. Not the whole way around, just a couple. Here, here, and here. Tiny, tiny dots. Just to stick this one on so it doesn't move around when I try and reinstate this. So you can't even see it. You'd never know. But if I put this on here, hopefully it will stick it down. There we go. Top tip maybe? Maybe not. You'll tell me in the comments. Okay, final piece of the cooling system going back in. I have put WD-40 on the bolts. That's another suggestion from you guys. So that if we need to take it off again, then it makes it easier. Alright, try and remember which way around it goes. Sorry, alright, tighten them up. Right, that's back on. That looks good. Let's put the hoses back on. Try and remember how to do that. Okay, so this, I presume, goes here. Does it go here? Oh no. This one. Where does this go? Okay, well, we do know that the electrical connection goes on here. So that's something. Do you go on here? Where would you go? Oh my gosh. Do you go on here? Wow, it's been a while since we did this, eh? Right, that's air. That's going to go into there, so we're going to ignore that. This goes in here, doesn't it? Right, we almost connected an air hose to the cooling system, but we didn't. So we're learning. We're learning. It's all positives, right? Okay, that one. This one I'm 80% confident it's the right one. All right, that's nice and tight. Okay, we've got a new hose, which I assume is going to be one end here, but where? Oh, it goes from here to here. Okay. What goes on that one? This one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks like it's good. What goes on top of this? I feel like this would fit, but it doesn't like move around the way it should. I am gonna have a quick look and see if I can figure it out. Okay, so the Haynes manual says that it's the expansion tank hose that needs to connect to that, which is this one. It just has a little clip that means it doesn't quite come around as naturally as I would have expected it to. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's going to come around. So I need a tiny little Jubilee clip for that. There we go. There's a couple of options. That one will do. There we go. Right. As far as I'm concerned, this is now a closed system. Okay, so according to the Haynes manual, there are 3 hoses, 1, 2, 3, and there's 1 electrical connection, which is down here. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, that is now the entire cooling system reinstated and either flushed through or with new parts. So if we get the metering head back and run the car for more than a few seconds, we don't have to worry about it overheating, in theory. So there we go, we've got the 3 hoses, and we have got the electrical connector. So that looks good. That's all strapped back in. It's quite tight, but it should be fine. All connected up to the radiator. The fan's back on. Got the cleaned expansion tank. We've got all the new hosing, and it's all connected up. Heater matrix has been flushed through. So now I think all it needs is some coolant. Should we go and get some? Well, my order of coolant that was meant to arrive did not arrive, so now it is the next day. Yeah, I ordered from Amazon and it was meant to be next day delivery, and now it says delayed for another week. So I think that they've actually lost it. So what I've done is I have been to Halfords this morning and bought some coolant. Now, I originally bought it from Amazon because I was looking online at which coolant I should use, what would be best for our engine. And I found a few things where people were saying G12++ or G13 is best. And when I go on Halfords on their website, a lot of their coolant doesn't actually have that spec written on it, unless it's a really high spec like the 30s or 40s. At least on Amazon, it did have those things, so I could get exactly what people have written down on the forums. So my theory when I went to Halfords this morning was, okay, it didn't say anything on the back saying about G numbers either, so I just went with the highest number because I feel like the higher the better, because they say G++, G12++, G13, kind of like the higher numbers are better. So I'm hoping that being G40 is going to be exceptionally good for this car, because although we have changed obviously the hoses, the radiator, there are still old bits of the cooling system on this car which could be affected by certain chemicals in these coolants, which again is one of these things where I thought coolant was coolant, but actually there's a whole science to it, and there's lots of chemicals that could mess with different metals, mess with the rubber, things like that. So yeah, another thing that has been utterly confusing this morning, but here I am. So the plan today is to put the coolant in and make sure the system is not leaking. I don't have the deionized water to top it up. I don't think that we'll need to top it up. But the car takes 7 litres, and if we're not switching it on and getting the cooling system working and pumping the cooling fluid around the system, then I'm thinking that it probably won't be able to take 7 litres at this point. It will probably just take a certain amount, and then it needs to be moved around the system, so we might not need it at this point until we start the engine. So yeah, G40, let's whack it in the car and let's see if it stays in. I'm going to fill up through the expansion tank, and what I have done is just undone this from here, so that it has a little place for the air to escape while I'm pouring the liquid in, because I don't want to create some kind of airlock. And it looks like it's full when actually half the engine just has air in it. So hopefully that will work. I just have to watch out for it coming out there, but I don't think that it will fill up that much that will spill out. Who knows? Well, now that I'm looking at it, the question of whether this is red or blue, it looks purple to me. Oh, maybe it's pink. I can't hear any dripping. Let's have a check. Okay, that looks dry so far. It's gone straight through, which is good. I feel like I can hear it in there moving around. But yeah, nothing coming out. Good start. It's all sounding good. Oh. The expansion tank is filling up, so maybe we are all right. And it's slowly going down. It's clogging. Let's check under the car again. Still dry. Slowly going down. All the joints. That's dry. Radiator joint. That's dry. Around here. That's all dry. Top is dry. Yeah, I don't think it's going to need much more, so I think we're okay without the distilled water. I'm going to fill it up to the max again, which is probably how much is left in that bottle. There's about that much left. I don't think it is draining anymore. I think that might be our limit. I think it's worked. Okay, so this is filled up just below this end of the max line. Obviously, that's not quite straight with gravity, or the car's not quite straight with gravity, I should say. So we can at least check this next time we come to the car and see if that has moved down. But yeah, we have no drips down here. We have no drips in any of these joints here. no drips around the thermostat housing, no drips at the end of the radiator. And then back here up to the heater matrix, there's a big load of pipes here, and that's all dry. And then under the car, again, that looks pretty good to me. I can't see a single drip. Has gone down ever so slightly. It's probably just settling. But I feel like that is pretty good. Well, we'll know as if it's working when we finally get the engine running, which is hopefully soon. Right, let's seal the system up then. And then check back in a few days. See if there's a big puddle underneath. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to say that this is the first part of the car that I think is complete, the cooling system. We've done it. We've changed all the pipes, we've changed the bits that need changing, we've put cooling fluid in and it's not leaking. We've actually done something on the car, finally. So hopefully in the next week or so, we're going to get this metering head back from Martin at Grey Goose. So at that point, we can obviously reinstate it and hopefully finally start this engine. So that's it for this week. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That really helps us out. And more importantly, if you have any tips for me, please put them in the comments, because every single tip really helps. Everything you guys tell me, I take it on board. I read every single comment, and really the reason that we're progressing with what we're doing is from you guys helping and teaching us. Yes, the Haynes manual and stuff online is helpful, but it's just so much better when people can tell you directly about things, about what you're doing. So that really is the biggest help for us, is your comments. So thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed seeing us actually finish something on this car finally. So yeah, please join us next week and I'll see you then. Goodbye. That's going in the outtakes, isn't it? About 12:30. Okay, apparently the hardest bit is putting this back on.